It's that day. The day is fucking truck night in America. God bless. The duels were last night. We had a good time. We didn't hit any bets, but that's fine. We finished second and third. Okay. Well, first off, let me just say welcome to the Hot Pass Podcast. It's your first time. Welcome. If not, boom. We're here again. Shocker. Okay. I'm delayed on putting up the YouTube videos, but we're going to be just fine. We're going to get the audio out for you guys. We're late getting the audio up for the Friday morning betting show because it was late night. I watched the duels. I had to drive through a snowstorm. If you're down in Florida right now enjoying the fucking Daytona 500, God bless for you. But you're going to get fucking pissed on Saturday anyways, all fucking day. So suck it. I may have snow, but you spend money, and now you're going to be, I don't want to harp on you. Okay? But last night was some solid ass duels. We're going to break that down, then we're going to get right into the bets, okay? Last night, first duel race, insane. We've got battles for Jimmy Johnson and JJ Yeley going for that final spot to get into the Daytona 500. Jimmy ends up just nudging it out. JJ making a split-second decision and just falling short. I was tugging on my heartstrings for both of them just because Jimmy, I really want to see Jimmy in the Daytona 500, but JJ Yeley coming in last minute, JJ's been one of those guys that have just, done his job. Whatever he drives in, he just, gets in there and just drives and does his thing. And is a super nice guy and humble guy. And I kind of wanted JJ to get in, but Jimmy, is Jimmy. It would be really disappointing if Jimmy didn't get in. He's got a lot of races though this year too. So it's like kind of I want JJ in there and then Jimmy can go race the other races throughout the year because JJ doesn't have much going on anymore. So anyways, they get in. There's big crashes. Ryan Blaney crashes, gets hit hard. Big crashes in both fucking races. Unbelievable. Our bets finished second and third in the first duel. Tyler Reddick goes and wins. And, I'm happy for Tyler Reddick. But the Toyotas are showing a lot of speed and a lot of good winning both fucking duels. But I saw people betting on Tyler Reddick to win the duels and Christopher Bell, and I go, they've never won in the Cup Series. I go, why did you guys think to bet on them? Like everybody was like, okay, now I may be a little, a little upset that I didn't hit the bets, but you can't say that was a solid good bet when they've never won and you're just going for it to see if Toyotas win. I get that. But you can't say like, oh yeah, there's statistics here to say that they're good. I truly think that the other guys that are actually good at super fucking speedways are going to, they're just waiting to keep their shit from getting wrecked and going to Sunday to actually win the Daytona 500. But that's just me. Then we've got BJ McLeod was in the top 5 in the second duel race. Big crashes. I think Kyle Busch was in the second one or whatever too, and he gets caught up. I think that was the one that Ryan Blaney was in. I can't necessarily remember everything off the top of my head, but there was just a lot of big crashes. Noah Gragson gets in crashes. It was really exciting, I've got to say. And then it came down to just last minute or whatever too that Kaz Gralla got in and BJ McLeod was out. I was kind of upset about that because Kaz, that Front Row Motorsports 36 did not show up to do shit this weekend, and BJ was fucking driving his ass off, and I was actually really disappointed that BJ McLeod didn't get in, but we fall short on all of those. We're down 3 units off of that, but we're still up from the Joey Logano pole, so fucking we're still hot, we're still feeling nice. You can't win them all. That's the biggest thing, is you can't win them all, but welcome to the Friday morning betting show. Okay, we're going to start off with some trucks now. And then we're going to go on Xfinity, and then we're going to touch on whatever I've taken last minute for any other odds for the Cup race. Okay. I'm just going to put down a quick note. So let's dive right in to the trucks. Now, after practice, I didn't realize that practice was yesterday for the truck series. Top of the board, Johnny Sauter. I think he's won at Daytona in the truck series 3 fucking times, and you're going to hear about him in a minute. We're going to start off in the long shots first, but I just want to say that because of the practice, all the books or whatever don't have top 5, top 3 odds, and top Chevrolet, all that stuff up whether it's Caesars or Bet Rivers, which is mainly the two that have had the best lines. I think DraftKings does have top 5 and top 3 right now, but I usually wait to see what Bet Rivers has because they usually have better lines with those. DraftKings kind of shortcuts you on a couple. So I'm going to be talking about outrights of what I had last night when I put my bets down. And I'll tell you what book they're in. And we're just going to go light on the truck. So let's just dive right in. We're going to go with a long shot. Timmy Hill, 150-1. Now, if you may be wondering who the fuck is Timmy Hill, all right? Timmy Hill, he isn't he's not the most talented, doesn't have the best equipment, but the only time he's ever showed up, okay? The only time he's ever showed up when it comes to racing is super speedways, okay? Atlanta. Let me go to Atlanta real quick. Atlanta, with the new configuration as it being like a mini super speedway, he finished 8th last year, okay? Before that, 22nd, and then that was it. That was like everything else was in the previous configuration of Atlanta, okay? Let's go to Daytona. He's never finished in the top 10, but that's fine. Talladega, he's finished 6th. Okay, that was a while ago. But I just want to say that you got to take at least one long shot. There is Brett Holmes. They figured out Brett Holmes. Brett Holmes is, I think, won at Talladega. He's finished up in the top, but they have him at 66-1. I don't want that. I want to try and take him live. If he's in the back, if he gets longer, I want to get about like 80-100-1, and we're going to take a Brett Holmes bet. I don't have much on Timmy Hill. I just feel like he's never performed anywhere else. I want a guy that's going to be in the back, that's not going for points, avoiding wrecks, and eventually he could get up in the top 5 and try and go win the bitch. Maybe he hasn't performed at Daytona. He's only raced there fucking 3 times. And the first time was in 2016. And then the last couple times he's finished always in the top, other than last year, he finished 16th, but the other 2 times was top 15. He's only performed at super speedways. That's all I'm saying. I put fucking $5 on it. It's a tiny little sprinkle, 150-1, pays out pretty big. So that's just a tiny little tidbit of info for Timmy Hill. It's nothing crazy, okay? Now let's get into Dean Thompson. Now a couple of these drivers, I'm kind of just going because I like them. Now last night, I'm going off of I like Tyler Reddick, and Tyler Reddick, I'm a big fan of him, and I didn't choose my favorite driver to fucking win. A lot of these times when it goes to super speedways, you might as well just choose your favorite driver, guys that haven't won yet that you do like, and just sprinkle on them. And if they hit, they hit. Because the worst is it's not taking your favorite driver and they fucking win like last night. Okay. So some of these guys don't have the best performances. You're going to hear about that. And there's not much substance that I can give you with info. Definitely with super speedways, man. Definitely in the truck series, it's hard to say who's good and who's bad. Because it's a lottery, man. It's all about luck. And if you win, you win. So, okay, whoa. Dean Thompson. Okay, Craftsman Truck Series. I'm just looking up his data here for you guys real quick. It's a little bit of a all over the place podcast right now. But we're going to get it done. Yeah, like Dean Thompson at Talladega. He's raced twice, okay? Last year he started 4th. He finished 3rd, okay? That's why I'm taking Dean Thompson. Dean Thompson is good at these bigger tracks. The only issue I have is when it comes to the pit road with a couple of these guys and their teams. Dean Thompson should have a good pit crew. He's got speed in that number 5. And I think he can get to the front and stay out front. He's got a lot of talent. And the biggest thing is when it comes to the truck races, you do not want to be in the middle of the pack because you know it's going to get squirrely and you're going to fucking get caught up in a crash. So the guys, for me personally, are the guys that can make moves to get out front, that are smart, and aggressive when it comes to the end that are willing to push to the end to get a win. So guys like Dean Thompson are willing to do that, I think, personally. And he's performed at Talladega. Now, the difference between Talladega, if you guys don't know, and Daytona is that Talladega is a lot wider, a lot more to work with, a lot more aggressive moves can be made, but Daytona is a lot tighter, and you've got to be calculated with your moves. If not, you're gone. You're going to get shuffled to the back, or it's going to be a fucking crash. So I think Dean, he seems confident on social media. I like the guy. I like Tricon Garage. So I'm a big fan of Dean Thompson and what he's done. Now, let's get in to Johnny Sauter. Okay. Johnny Sauter, racing references. 1 second, you little sons of bitches. I should have had this pulled up, you think? Oh, also I forgot to mention, last night in the dual races, when Fox is doing all their stupid cartoons, okay? Kyle Busch had a 6-pack, dude. I'm going to pop it up in the fucking video. He had a 6-pack, dude. Pecs and a 6-pack. What the fuck are we doing? And last night, I think it was the second dual race with 4 laps to go. We're showing a replay of a crash that happened laps and laps prior. I'm like, dude, it's 4 laps to go. Why the fuck are we showing shit that happened laps ago? Oh my fucking God. And I was all for Fox broadcast, defending them at the Clash. Well, holy fuck, last night was a goddamn joke when it came to that shit. There's 4 laps to go. I want to see what's going on track. Do a side-by-side. I want to see what's going on there. If there's a crash, I'm going to be fucking pissed, bro. I don't know who's doing that shit, but anyways. Johnny Sauter. Let's get back on top here. He hasn't raced. I don't think he's raced in the most recent Atlanta configuration. No. But he was good at Atlanta. But that's not super speedway configuration. Okay? Daytona. This is the one that I want to touch on the most. Okay? He's 28-1. Oh, I haven't even told you guys the lines. I told you the lines for Timmy Hill, but Dean Thompson was 28-1 on Caesars. Timmy Hill was also Caesars. Johnny Sauter at 28-1 on Bet Rivers. Okay. In the Truck Series alone. What happened here? In the Truck Series alone, he's won 3 times. Okay. 2021 Daytona. He doesn't race full time anymore, but in the 2021 Daytona race, he started first and ended up having a DVP issue. So finished in 27th. But he's won 3 fucking times. Once in 2013, started 25th. Another time in 2016, he started second, finished first. And 2018, he started second, finished first. You're going to tell me that a guy that, yeah, he's coming in for 1 race. He also in practice finished first. He's going to be out front. He's going to lead laps. And if he stays out front in that 45, I think it's in the 45 trunk of Nice Motorsports, if they can keep him up front and pit road, he's going to be out front all day. And when I can get a good top 5 line on him, I'm going to take it. So top 5 Johnny Sauter, Johnny Sauter to win at 28-1 on Bet Rivers. Just keep an eye out on Johnny Sauter for top 5 odds. I feel very confident with him. There's a reason why they're bringing him in to win or to drive at Daytona at super speedways is for this kind of performance that he does at super speedways. And I think he's due for a fucking win, baby. The Johnny Sauter all fucking day. So yeah, well, did he ever perform? Let's talk about this real quick. I just want to see if he's ever performed at Talladega very well. Like at Daytona alone, he's got 6 top 10s, 4 top 5s, and 3 wins. That's so crazy, dude. And they're going to give us 28-1. Cool, sure. Talladega, boom. Oh. This is why we bring up Johnny Sauter, dude. Talladega, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. A boom. A boom. Okay? That's all I got to say. Johnny Sauter is a super speedway guy. I think he can fucking do it. And that Nice Motorsports, they have good vehicles, man. So it's just a matter of pit road, being able to keep him out front and not falling back in the pack and getting caught up with all the crap. Because those restarts are going to be chaotic. If you've never seen a truck race, it's going to be fucking chaos. Now, recommend taking a unit and a half, and just splitting it up on drivers or whatever in trucks. Don't bet heavy, just like last night when it comes to the duels. Bet light. This whole weekend, just bet light, enjoy it, because they could all get caught up in one fell swoop. So let's move to another guy that I just love, and it's not a play that I enjoy, but it's because I love this driver. He's going to get a win this year, I think. He's Inspire Motorsports 71 truck. Raja fucking Caruth. Okay, wait a minute. See, this is why I got to pull this shit up ahead of time. Okay, where's Raja? Raja Caruth. There we go. Let's go to his shit. Raja's only driven in one Daytona race. He started 17th, finished 29th. Need I say more? No. Now, does that back up a lot of my points? No. Is it because I like him? Yes. But he even at Talladega, didn't do very well. Okay. Atlanta didn't do very well. Okay. Finished 25th. This one, you could take it or leave it. But I'm not missing out on a Raja Caruth win. When I go to Vegas, I'm going to be taking him because he's fast on those intermediate tracks. I think Spire's going to be fast. I'm going to take him. But I'm just not missing out on Raja getting his first win at Daytona. It's just one of those plays. 22-1 on Caesars is the best. Other places was like 18-1. I'm going to take that and take the difference. It's just a juju play on my part, and I feel good about it. The next one, or the next two, the final two, I would be taking guaranteed. No doubt. You'd be an idiot not to take it. Corey LaJoie. We talked about him when it comes to the Cup Series. The only places he ever performs is super speedways. There's a reason why he's coming down and racing in this race at a super speedway, is because he knows that he can get a win. And I really think it's going to be between Johnny Sauter and Corey LaJoie. Now, is his pit crew going to be the best? Probably not. He might have to work his way up to get back up to the front, but the only places he's ever performed, and I'll say it again, is super speedways. The Cup Series, that's the only place. Last night he was doing well in the duels and ended up juggling back, and then probably just going, fuck it, we'll wait for the 500. Has he performed well in the Cup Series at Daytona? Not very well. He's performed more at Atlanta and Atlanta and Talladega. But when it comes to the Truck Series, he's got more experience on these tracks than a lot of these guys. I think he can do well, stay out front, and stay out of the fucking mess. He's also got more driver IQ, natural ability on the track. And a lot of these guys are going to make sudden moves because they're young. They get scared. Oh, there's a guy like just taking a wee bit of a block and he's going to turn and overcorrect and crash. I don't think that's going to be Corey LaJoie. He's a smart driver. There's a reason he's there. 13-1 on Caesars. I want to see what kind of odds we can get for a top 5 for him. If we can get like a plus 200, maybe, I'm going to take that. If we can get around a plus 200, I'm definitely going to take a Corey LaJoie top 5 because I think he's going to be out there. And then as well, add that Johnny Sauter. Christian Eckes, plus 900. There's a boost on Caesar Sportsbook right now, plus 950. You can find Christian Eckes at plus 900 in a lot of books. He's going to be one of the favorites as well as Corey Heim. But plus 950 is the best line on Caesar Sportsbook. I would go take that. That's my biggest bet. It's half a unit. It's not very much. But Christian Eckes, he's good. He's good at a lot of tracks. I'm just going to pull up his stuff here. He's good at a lot of tracks. And I think he's a second favorite when it comes to behind Corey Heim for the championship. But I do think that he can pull off a fucking a championship, a Daytona win. He's going to get multiple wins this year. He's got a lot of money behind him. That Napa truck always looks beautiful. See, he won at Atlanta. Okay. This is why we choose Christian Eckes. He knows how to get out front. At Atlanta in 2020, which is the old configuration, that's nothing. Atlanta 2023, he started 4th, finished 1st. Boom. Mini super speedway. Can deal with the chaos, small, quick moves. Okay. Because that Atlanta, if you can win in Atlanta, you can win at Daytona. No fucking doubt. It's not the same, but because of how tight it is, the quick moves, it's you can make the win happen. Talladega, he hasn't really performed. I want to try and find his shit here because I couldn't get the Daytona stuff up. I was like, he's definitely driven at Daytona. So the last 2 years, So the 2022 race, he started 14th, finished third. So top 5, remember that. It's probably going to be shitty odds. I wouldn't necessarily want to take that. I would take a Corey LaJoie at plus 200. I would take a Johnny Sauter at like maybe, I think like plus 400, plus 500 possibly. If you can find that, maybe. A top 5, you're going to be paying a lot more for Christian Eckes. If you can find a half decent line that's some drastic difference between some other books, I would take it. I think he's going to be out front. The team's good. He's a great driver. He can win at super speedways. He showed it at Atlanta. I think he can do it. And then last year he started 4th, finished 3rd. So his back-to-back 3rd place finishes. He's coming for a W. Okay, he's coming for a W. Talladega. He started 3 races at Talladega in the last 2020. He finished 18th, but we digress on that topic. He started 6th there. But in Talladega, he started 13th in 2022 and then finished 5th. So he can get there. He can finish. Okay. I think he can do it. I think he's going to win. That's why he's our biggest bet. This half unit, it's not huge. Just remember that. But that's the end of the truck race. Let's break it down real quick. Timmy Hill, 151 on Caesars. Dean Thompson, 28-1 on Caesars. Raja Karutha, just a good field play. Plus 2,200 on Caesars is the best line. Johnny Sauter, best line, plus 2,800 on Bet Rivers. I told you, he's won 3 times at Daytona. You'd be an idiot not to take him. Corey LaJoie, plus 1,300 on Caesars, the best line. Everywhere else, plus 1,200 or so. Plus 1,100 on other books. Christian Eckes, Caesar Sportsbook Boost, plus 950. I got him at plus 900. Put half a unit. We feel good. Just sprinkles in the truck race. Because if you've ever watched a truck race, and if you haven't, it's going to be chaos. So let's dive right into Xfinity. We've got some lines here. We're going to break down some guys for you, okay? We're going to start at the longer shots here, right? The guy we're going to talk about here real quick is Ryan Sieg. Now, don't get it mixed up with Kyle Sieg. Kyle Sieg is dog poo. And we're not going to talk about Kyle Sieg. That's his fucking brother, okay? They drive for Sieg Racing, I'm pretty sure it's called. And Ryan Sieg, the only place he truly outclasses the field is super speedways, okay? You need these guys that are longer shots. 75-1. Other books, they've got him at like 50-1 or 40-1. 75-1 on Caesar Sportsbook. Go there now and take a fucking sprinkle on the man. Okay. When it comes to Daytona, he's got 20 races, 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Okay. I wish they would give us top 10s. The last 2 races, 2023, he's finished 6th. And then 2023 in the fall, he finished 8th. I forgot they go back to back. So back-to-back races last year, he finished in the top 10. God, I wish they would give us top 10s for the fucking Xfinity series. Keep an eye out. They might, maybe a Bet Rivers might come out with something. But it's really, really rare. Maybe some like offshore books will have it. But I would take a Ryan Sieg top 10. No fucking doubt, dude. He's been close. Even in 2016 and 2014, he finished 3rd. 2019, he finished 4th. He's been so close. And for a long shot, like not as good of a team, I think he can do it. You're going to also hear that I'm taking him top 5 as well. But we'll get into that. Talladega, he's finished in 13 races. He's got 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s. He can perform at these super speedways. You need these guys that don't perform anywhere else. They've got the knowledge to put themselves in the right place at the right time at these super speedways. And we're going to be taking him as well. You know, I'll tell you right now, a top 5 bet at plus 750 on Caesar Sportsbook for a top 5. With all these bets, if one of my 2 top 5 plays, if they hit, we make our money back and you make a tiny bit of profit. So these are the guys that if they make it in the top 5, you're going to come out squeaky clean. You're going to be fine. You're going to win all your money back. This is why you got to take top 5s, definitely in these crazy-ass races. Okay. Let's dive right back in. Parker Retzlaff. Now, does he look like a skinny, half the size Superman, undercover Superman with his glasses, looking like a nerd? Yeah. Yeah, he does. Does he look so tiny? Yeah. But do we show respect to him when it comes to the super speedways? Yes, we do. And why is that? We're going to find his fucking name here because for some reason online on a laptop, they want to just not give you his stats right away. You have to hunt for everything. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. If I could show you my screen right now, it's like, oh yeah, let's go to this guy's stuff. And then they just take you totally the opposite direction. I can't even explain it to you. I have to hunt through a list of all the drivers in the Xfinity series and then click on his fucking name. The hell's going on? Daytona, 2 races, okay? 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. He's been extremely close. 2023 Daytona, February race, 4th. Fall race, 7th finish, okay? Need I say more? He can get inside the top 5. We're going to take him plus 650 as well. But we got 50 to 1 on Caesar. I think it's Caesar Sportsbook. Other places have 40 to 1. I think you can find 50 to 1 is a very viable option in a lot of places. Talladega, he's driven 1 time at Talladega, and he's got 1 top 10. He finished 7th. So it's not a crazy thing to say he could finish in the top 5. He's close, and he has finished in the top 5 at Daytona. He's been close at Talladega. He hasn't performed at Atlanta, which I kind of put to the side. It's a crazy race. We're all learning that track. But I think he can do it. So 50 to 1 to win, plus 650 on Caesar Sportsbook for a top 5. As I said, if those top 5s hit, if they both hit, oh, we're rolling in the dough. If one hits, we make it all back. We feel good. Now, I got a weird feeling it's going to be just like last night in the duels, where we're all of a sudden, oh yeah, 2nd and 3rd, and we're just going to be finished just outside of cashing an absolute bag. So now if one of those hit and one of our drivers hit, woo! Now I don't want to jinx it. We're going to stop right there. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to hurt the juju that we're putting on these drivers, all right? Now we're getting into some of the drivers that I'm favorited for. I truly like. Now, this one, a lot of people I know don't like this play. It's Brandon Jones, 28 to 1. Other books have him 25 to 1, 22 to 1. 28 to 1 just isn't too good of a line. Junior Motorsports at Daytona last year were fucking leading the charge, okay? And then they end up getting into each other and crashing. Talladega as well, leading in the packs, being up there in the top 10 all day, getting into each other and crashing each other. Brandon Jones had a rough year last year at Junior Motorsports, starting off terrible, crashing all the time. Didn't get a win last year. Came from Joe Gibbs Racing the previous year where he was winning and almost got to the championship 4. I think he can do it, man. 28 to 1. Like, I don't want to miss out. Now, Sammy Smith is not a super speedway racer. I think they brought him in for short tracks, probably some 1.5 mile wins possibly, but mainly short tracks. So I'm not taking him. Justin Allgaier, it's hard to go back-to-back at Daytona. He won the Daytona summer race by literally a cunt hair. And it's hard to go back-to-back at Daytona. So we're not taking that. We're going with the other 2 Junior Motorsports drivers. You're going to hear about Sam Mayer in a minute. Brandon Jones, Atlanta, not a good record. DVP, so that means the car had issues. If you don't know, the car had issues. Finished 33rd at the Atlanta summer race. 19th at the Atlanta spring race. Okay? Not good. Not good. Daytona, though, 16 races there, 2 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. Okay? Now, those came in Joe Gibbs Racing equipment, mainly, and then Richard Childress earlier on. But Junior Motorsports is going to be fine. He got caught up in a crash in the Daytona summer race, so we're starting off fresh. So this is not good for what I'm trying to say. But Talladega, he's got 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s. He can perform, man. He can perform. Was it in Junior Motorsports equipment? No. But he can perform. He's going to come back if he gets a win. I'm on the juju that I want these guys to start off their season hot. I hate these guys. That's why we're on Chase Elliott in the Cup Series. I want these guys to bounce back and then start off the season right. The odds for the truck for Austin Hill is plus 350. Do not take that. You would be the biggest idiot to take that. Take the guys like Brandon Jones, Sheldon Creed, Ryan Sieg, those other guys that can pay out a lot by just putting a little bit that can perform. Austin Hill's going to get caught up in a wreck. It's not fucking happening. It's not happening. I should go through the other lines for you guys, but it would just take too fucking long to break down everybody. But these are just my picks. So Brandon Jones is a juju play on me. I wouldn't recommend taking it if you really want to cash a lot of money. It's a tough one to choose from. But I think Junior Motorsports is going to be up there. I think they're gonna pull it off. I would love to see Brandon Jones, and I would like to throw all the doubters aside and be like, Brandon Jones, bitch, right at the end of the fucking race. So let's bounce into the next motherfucker. Now, they're disrespecting this man. Where was this? 25-1 on Caesars. All, by the way, Brandon Jones was Bet Rivers. Parker Retzlaff and Ryan Sieg was all Caesars, if I didn't say that. This line is on Bet Rivers. I'm not sure if it's still available. I'd absolutely be shocked if this was still available. Where is he here? Let me go find it. I'm just leaving you guys hanging, man. I'm leaving you guys hanging. I want you guys to be like, who's he going to talk about? Who's it going to be? Where the fuck is he? Okay, we're going to just type it in. We're going to leave you guys hanging here. Just wondering who's he going to fucking talk about, boys. Riley fucking Herbst. Okay? If you don't know the name, you're going to know. Okay? They disrespect this man. 25-1 on Bet Rivers. You find him 22-1, 20-1 on other books. But Bet Rivers is like, oh, he ain't that good. You shut up. You shut up. Riley Herbst, you saw him. Talladega pushing Kevin Harvick almost to a win in the fall. Okay. Daytona summer race in the 36 leading laps. We saw him in the duels last night getting out front, leading laps. He's a super speedway guy. He won his first race in the Xfinity Series at Las Vegas. Not the same track, obviously. It's 1.5 miles intermediate. I'm on the juju of that he's going to start off the season hot. Now, has Stewart-Haas Racing brought him a car that can fucking win? No, because they keep fucking giving him a car every time he comes to a super speedway and it fucking breaks down on him. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like last year at Daytona, not even caught up in a crash. He just fucking keeps breaking down. And I'm like, oh man, you guys are fucking this guy. This guy can win and dominate like an Austin Hill at super speedways. He knows how to get out front and work the air like a hot knife through butter, like I was talking about Bubba. And they're disrespecting the man. Like the 2023 Atlanta. Okay, how about this? 2022 Atlanta, 4th. That was the fall race, or that was the spring race. Fall race, Atlanta, or summer race, 9th. Atlanta, spring race in 2023, 5th. Got caught up in a crash in the summer race, 36, but started 6th. So they're bringing fast cars. Let's go to Daytona. 9 races, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s. The 2023, how about this? Okay, when he was driving for Joe Gibbs, 4th. Daytona 2022 February race, 4th. 2023 Daytona fall race, 6th. Or sorry, February race, 6th. He's close. If I can get good odds on him for a top 5, I'm taking a Riley Herbst top 5. Don't do me dirty. Give me good odds. Somebody out there disrespect Riley Herbst one last time. One last time. Social media goes, hey, Riley Herbst, you're dog poo. It's a pay to play. Tony Stewart says it's all blue collar guys. We don't just like hire guys that send us a lot of money. People go, well, what about Riley Herbst? Riley Herbst dominated Las Vegas. Okay, he almost won at Homestead. He's almost won at super speedways, and I believe that this guy is going to be in victory lane at Daytona, cheering, sucking back Monster. Hashtag not a sponsor. Sucking back Monster. And telling everybody to go fuck themselves. Hey, fuck you for not respected me. And we're going to talk about another guy that doesn't get respect at all because he hasn't won a race yet in the Xfinity Series, but been extremely close. And I'm going for the guys that are trying to get respect back. Brandon Jones, Riley Herbst. Talladega, 7 races, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. And when was that? It's been a while. Okay, 2022, he did finish 7th. 2021, he did finish 4th. So super speedways, Riley Herbst, as long as they bring a good car, and he's going to be out front. No doubt. No doubt. One guy I want to have an honorable mention is Parker Kligerman. I think you can find him at like 16-1 or 14-1 maybe somewhere. He's an honorable mention. I think like he could get it done as well. I might take him as a top 5. Parker Kligerman, top 5. If I can find a good odds. I just want to have that as an honorable mention. I'm not taking him outright, but he's been very, very close. I think he's a good super speedway racer, and I want that guy to get his respect as well. Parker Kligerman's a very nice guy. He does a lot of work with NBC, for NBC, and does a lot of work on his social media and podcasts and everything like that. So honorable mention, Parker Kligerman outright if you guys would like. And Parker Kligerman, I'm definitely taking top 5 to be there at the end. The next driver. You already fucking know. I'm hyped on the man. He's coming back on the redemption tour to go tell RCR to fuck off. How about that? Sheldon Creed, 16 to motherfucking 1. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something about Sheldon Creed. We've talked about him here before. Okay? And people have disrespected Sheldon Creed. Yes, he's been so close to winning at super speedways and multiple different tracks. He's a great overall driver at every single track. And they keep disrespecting the man. And once again, my nose is itchy during the podcast. I gotta get a fucking nose trimmer or something here, boys. Atlanta, not good. Crashed. Or finished in the back of the field. Daytona, 5 races, 1 top 5, and 2 top 10s. You already know he's finished 2nd at the Daytona Summer Race by a nose hair that I'm currently trying to work out of my nose because it's fucking bugging me. He's finished 6th there as well. He's going to start out front. I'm thinking he can turn the Joe Gibbs Racing Super Speedway issues in the Xfinity Series around. Yes, John Hunter Nemechek won at fucking Atlanta or whatever and the summer race, but he didn't fucking deserve that win. It was like Justin Haley and shit that deserved that fucking win. I think he can turn it around. He's a great super speedway fucking racer. Now, the thing is his statistics don't show how good he is at super speedways because he's getting caught up in crashes and having other issues. Talladega, 3 races, 1 top 5, 1 top 10. He finished 2nd again at the spring race at Talladega. I was there and finished 2nd. I was heartbroken, had money on him. We're going to get a win this year at a super speedway. He's going to win at multiple different races, and he's coming back for the redemption tour, 16-1 on, what was it, Caesar Sportsbook? Bet Rivers. Bet Rivers is the best line. I would take that. I wouldn't take top 5 because it's probably not going to be very good odds, and he can absolutely give you chaos. I would just take him outright, just have some fun with it because Sheldon Creed's going to make you fucking sweat. He's made us sweat multiple times last year and the previous year. He's a Truck Series champion, and I think he can be a champion here with Joe Gibbs Racing. It's the best equipment in Xfinity, and I want him to fucking battle it out with Austin Hill at the very end, turn Austin Hill, and then go win the Daytona race, the first race of the year. Fuck all the haters. And then the final guy we're going to talk about is the other junior motorsports driver that I think is going to have a shot here to win. Was leading a lot of laps in the February race last year, and then ended up getting flipped upside down on the backstretch coming near the end of the race, is Sam Mayer at 16-1 on Bet Rivers. I feel good about Sam Mayer, man. He's got a lot of talent. He won 3 races or whatever last year. He's coming out hot. I'd like to see him start out hot again. He's good at super speedways. And I don't think Junior Motorsports is going to go winless on super speedways this year. They just started off terrible. All of Junior Motorsports started off terrible last year, crashing into each other, not getting wins. having a bunch of issues. And I think that this is different this year. Obviously, they're not Joe Gibbs Racing. And they're as good or better on super speedways just with their drivers. Sam Marin last year in both 2023 Daytona races, he finished fifth. Atlanta. Sorry, my bad. Atlanta finished fifth and then ninth in both races. Daytona, so he hasn't finished in the top 10 at all. Okay, crashed twice at the summer race of 2022, and then the February race, as I just mentioned, get flipped upside down, and then he finished 19th in the summer race. That doesn't show how good he is on super speedways with those statistics. I got the hiccups, dude. I'm talking too much. 2022 summer race? Fall race at Talladega for Xfinity. I forgot that they used to do that. Finish second. Okay. So he can do it. Is he a favorite? No. If I were you got to take at least one junior motorsports driver. They're going to be up there. One of them is going to be a contender to win. If you guys don't like the stats that I gave you on Sam Mayer, a guy that's just around the same, I mentioned him, Parker Kligerman. He's hovering around the same numbers. I like that. I would take that for sure. So swap him out, or if you don't like Sheldon Creed, I would take a Parker Kligerman and swap him out. I think that's good. I think Parker Kligerman top 5 is definitely the play. I think he's going to be there. And it would be such a good feeling to see Parker Kligerman fucking win a race. So that's been all my bets for Xfinity and trucks. I was just giving off a lot of data, and it might have been a little boring for you. But we're going to run through it here real quick for Xfinity. I'll start off with my top 5s. Ryan Sieg plus 750, half a unit on there to win your money back. And Parker Retzlaff, top 5 plus 650, half a unit to win your money back as well. Those guys, I already gave you the breakdown on that. We're going to start off on the long shots. Xfinity race bets. Ryan Sieg, 75-1 on Caesars. Parker Retzlaff, 50-1 on Caesars. Brandon Jones, 28-1 on Bet Rivers. Riley Herbst, 25-1 on Bet Rivers. Sheldon Creed, 16-1 on Bet Rivers. And Sam Mayer, 16-1 on Bet Rivers. And the honorable mention of Parker Kligerman. Do not take Austin Hill. You look at all the other lines, 10-1 and all this shit, and then all of a sudden you see Austin Hill and he's plus 350, plus 375. That's because he's dominated at super speedways. Please God, you know what? I'll tell you his stats because they're mind-blowing, but please do not take that line. You'd have to be an idiot. Take it live. If he gets spun out and goes down a lap, but his car looks good, take him then. They're probably not even going to still give you good lines because it's Austin Hill. But if he gets up to 10-1, 12-1, something like that, then take him. But please God, I cannot stress enough, do not take him at plus 350 or plus 375. He's won twice at Atlanta. He's 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s. Oh my God, you're going, Eric, why are you telling me no? He's won twice at Daytona. And at Talladega, he has done terrible. But the thing is you can get caught up in a crash. You get shuffled back, you make a wrong move. Now, he's probably going to be out front a lot. And you're going to be going, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? But the issue he had at the Atlanta race, what was it? The summer Atlanta race. He ended up finishing 12th. Why? Let me give you this quick breakdown before we go into my final quick bet of a couple last bets of NASCAR Cup Series. Because everybody doesn't want him to win. He's an asshole. And he's out front and he's got no friends. They're not going to help him draft. They're going to do whatever they can to not help him draft. They're going to fucking not give him pushes. They're not going to give him runs. And that's why you can't take him. He's going to be out front. Yeah, he's going to be dominant. Yeah, he's going to have a lot of money on sponsorships. His car's probably going to look sick. but he doesn't have any friends out there. So take the other guys that are longer shots, please, for the love of God. If anything, he's going to make some fucking crazy blocks. He's going to be out front, moving side to side, working the front row, just blocking everybody, looking for a run. And when it comes down to the end, nobody's helping him. They're going to leave him out to dry because they're not letting him win again. So I just want to let you guys know, yeah, his numbers are crazy, but holy shit, like I just can't, I'm tired of seeing those lines. And they're probably always going to be like that in the Xfinity series when he's driving. So let me just touch on the last couple of bets that I put in for the Cup series. I got AJ Allmendinger top 5 plus 800. The last 4 out of the 5 Daytona races, he's finished in the top 5. So give me plus 800. He was got out front in the one duel race last night, got shuffled back, almost got out front to win. I think he finished in the top 10 for sure in the second duel race. So if you can get a top 10 odds on AJ Allmendinger, I might take that. But the top 5 at plus 800 is beautiful. I'm not sure. I think his lines are 50 or 60 to 1 now. I think 50, maybe even 40 to 1. I got him at 75 to 1. I told you guys before, when I told you guys last Friday of the Cup Series bets, that he was sitting at 80 to 1, 75 to 1, and mainly 80 to 1 on Bet Rivers or something like that. And now you missed out. Take him top 5. Would I take him to win still? Probably, but take it at the longest odds you can get. If you can find him 50 or 60 to 1, 60 to 1, I would definitely take it still. But I know you can find on, I think I got it at Bet Rivers plus 800 top 5. Take it. Put money on that shit. I feel good about it. Also, Bet Rivers had top 20s out as well. I like Zane Smith top 20 at plus 100 and Corey LaJoie at minus 149. I think it was, or minus 148 for a top 20 if Bet Rivers decides to put those odds back up. Zane Smith showed a lot of promise last night. They're not point racing in this. If I'm Zane Smith, I'm staying out in the back and going to hang out. I think that's where you can make your money at, is being in the top 20 is so crazy that they're even giving us this option. Definitely with a Corey LaJoie finishing. He has the best finishing average at super speedways behind Ryan Blaney at like 11 point something, 11.6 or whatever. So give me a top 20 there. I'm going to hammer the shit out of that. I'm going to hammer the shit out of Zane Smith top 20. I feel confident with it. And the last one, just because Toyota they won both dual races. And obviously that new flat bumper, as I said in the podcast, I think it was going to do well on super speedways. Well, here we are. They're great in the draft. Plus 290 on BetMGM, Toyota to win. I've got plenty of Chevys. I've got a couple of Fords, and I've got like one Toyota to win. If any of those Toyotas pull it off, I put a unit on Toyota to win the Daytona 500. I feel good about it, definitely after last night in the duels. So Toyota to win plus 290 on BetMGM. That has been the podcast. Okay. Sorry for it coming out a little bit late. You guys got plenty of time. I think there's Xfinity practice at 4:30. Qualifying for the trucks is probably going to be at some point this afternoon. Now, just to remember, the truck race is at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to be playing hockey tonight at 8. So I'm probably going to miss the majority of the race. We're probably going to try and have the phone on the bench so we can watch the race when we're coming off for hockey. I can't miss the fucking race. It's going to be chaos. The Xfinity race looks like, I don't know when they're going to do it. We're probably going to get an announcement at some point today, I would think. I would hope. It's going to be a complete washout all day, rain Saturday. So I'm not sure when they're going to run it, whether it's Friday super late at night or after the truck race, which is already going to be ending probably at like fucking 10:30. I doubt they're even probably going to get the Daytona 500 in on Sunday, maybe, unless they're going to do it super late. So maybe the Xfinity is going to be ran Monday. What a disaster that would be, because nobody's going to be there. So I'm not sure when. You probably have lots of time to get your bets in. Trucks are tonight, so I'd get those in immediately. Cup Series, you've got time. The qualifying has already been set. So you guys have plenty of time to get those in until Sunday, maybe even Monday. But make sure you get those in. Xfinity race is supposed to be at 5 on Saturday. The Cup Series race is at 2:30, all on TSN in Canada and then Fox down in the States. But that's been the podcast. Okay, let's go make a fucking bag. We're going to bounce back from the dual races last night. We're not finishing second and third, and we're going to cash a fucking bag. All right? Go follow me on my Action Network to see all my Cup Series bets, any last-minute things. Thank you for listening to the exclusive truck and Xfinity bets on the Friday Morning Betting Show. And like, share, subscribe to the podcast, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and share it with your friends, your family. And let's go fucking make a bag this weekend at Daytona. We'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow to talk about the truck race. And that'll be a quick little pod. And then we will talk to you guys on another day. All right? Enjoy your Friday. Let's go make a bag on trucks tonight. We'll talk to you later. See you.